You clicked on this video because you probably saw an exhaust on TEMU and you wanted to see how it sounds. Well, we're gonna do that today. This is my exhaust that I got off TEMU. I got it at a very, very heavily discounted rate. We're gonna see what it looks like first of all, and then we'll get it installed on my 2020 Subaru WRX and go from there. If you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing. This is Just Drive. I'm Jake. That's my WRX. The whole page is based around pretty much this car and the things that I'm doing. So this is going to be our very heavily discounted TEMU exhaust review. So let's get after it. So you guys can see the box is still taped. I haven't even opened it. It got here while I was at work yesterday because your boy is a normal person. I work a normal job. So I was at work, it got here. I didn't get home till 10:30 last night. So it's just been sitting here since then. So this is gonna be my first reaction. You guys are gonna see everything that I see for the first time. So I have high hopes, actually. If it actually holds up on what it said, in terms of what it came with, I have pretty high hopes, because if it came the way that it was described, I think it's gonna be all right. I really do. So, all right, interesting. So, this is the mid pipe with the little resonator. This is the tip. All right. This is, I believe this is coming from off the mid pipe up to connect to the muffler. We have an extra hanger in here, and we have, let's see here. Oh, metal flange, decent. And then some bolts, some extra bolts for that hanger. So, I'm gonna set these over here off to the side, move the box out of the way. So we have 2 exhaust clamps. I'm not gonna open those yet. A second hanger, which I believe is actually for the muffler portion itself. So, let's start with this section, which is bolts up to the stock J pipe, down pipe, whatever you want to call it. I guess technically on Subarus it's a J pipe, but call it whatever you want. This will be the portion that bolts up to that. I'm really interested to take this packaging off of all of it and see the welds and how they look and just kind of the overall build quality, because this exhaust is the exact same measurements as a Tomei Extreme TI, which is the single exit or dual exit, depending on which one you buy, titanium. The only difference is this is stainless, not titanium, which I'm okay with because stainless actually handles heat a little bit better than titanium does, but I'm more interested to see if it's gonna sound the same because the measurements are exactly the same. It's a 3-inch exhaust. This resonator is exactly the same size, same dimensions. The exhaust tip and everything, it's all exactly the same. So I'm very curious to see how it's gonna sound and what the quality is like. So let's get this off of here. So this is the mid section that bolts up to the J pipe. And honestly, I'll give you guys a look real quick. It's not, the build quality is actually really good. The welds are decent. It's got a little bit of honeycomb baffling inside the Resonator, but it's not a lot. So it's, again, exactly the same as the Tomei. I mean, the Tomei is exactly the same, just titanium instead of stainless. So let's look at this section real quick. So this has got one hanger on it. This is 3-inch straight through stainless. Looks like 1.2, 1.5 millimeter sidewall. So it's sturdy. It's definitely sturdy. And then, let's see. Again, I went with single exit. It's exact same as the single exit Tomei. Because the main thing is not necessarily wanting to spend $1,000 on the exhaust. And worst comes to worst, I don't like this exhaust and I either modify it till I like it, or I bite the bullet and buy an expensive exhaust. But we're gonna see once I get it on the car. So I'll take this off. It does have a silencer in it, which I'm just gonna go ahead and take that out because I most definitely don't want it in there. Apart from that, I'll show you guys the build quality of the whole thing. It actually looks really solid. It looks really solid, and it's substantially lighter than the stock exhaust. I believe this is 19 or 20 pounds, slightly heavier than the actual Tomei exhaust because it is stainless instead of titanium, and titanium is very, very lightweight. So I believe this cuts off, I want to say it's 14 pounds from the stock exhaust weight. So I'll give you guys a close-up look of all the pieces and the welds and stuff, and then we'll get started on installing it.
One, check, ay, one, loud. Back on set action, create the wave, we cannonball splash 'em. Mic cord swinging, get your head chopped, point blank, dead stop, 16 bars in a headlock, 101 dead stock is what I'm dropping, drugs on tap, so what the fuck you copping, way too locked in, I don't see another option, grew up chopping, foot dogs on the leash, time to let them go, 1,000 hands in the crowd, we can make them all, stick up.
Okay, so now it's actually a couple days later because with work and everything, it's taken me a couple days to finish it. But I'm going to put a little montage in the middle of this, kind of before this, to show the installation and everything last night. I was out here till 11 o'clock last night struggling. So, but my wife is holding the camera now, so I can record this. This is going to be the first startup with the Tomei style exhaust that I got from TEMU. So let's see what it sounds like. All right, so it's actually a couple days later from the last clip. I put it in here, the video of the first startup after I set up the exhaust, the way that it came in the box with the mid resonator and the muffler. The tone sounded great. 3-inch exhaust, kind of expect that. The tone sounded awesome. I liked it a lot. The only downside was it was way too quiet for what I wanted. So I went to a local shop here. It's Big Sky Diesel and Auto here in Billings, Montana. They're great people down there. They do amazing work. Took it to them. They took out the resonator, the mid resonator, and actually welded in a piece of 3-inch stainless in place of that resonator. So now it's a little bit louder, sounds a little bit better. Still might like it a little bit louder, and that's going to come with doing catless downpipe. or J-pipe, whatever you want to call it, at some point in the future. I got that coming up. Just got to figure out when I'm going to do that. But I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to start the car. The car hasn't been started for 5 or 6 hours, so I'm going to start the car. You guys are going to get a true cold start. What it sounds like now with that mid resonator out. Like I said, it sounds a whole lot better. You'll be able to see before and after. So, hope you guys enjoy it. Here you go. You guys got to hear the cold start. Let me know in the comments what sounds better, the way the exhaust came when it got delivered or with the mid resonator taken out. I think it sounds better with the mid resonator taken out. I'm honestly going to leave it that way. I just want to know what you guys think. So, all in all, the exhaust was solid. It's stainless, 1.5 mil thick stainless. It was from the J-pipe all the way back. Hangers already came mounted on it. The only problem that I had was the hanger for the muffler itself is on a bracket, and it was really hard to get that bracket on there by myself. I was eventually able to do it. It was just quite a bit harder than what I expected because it's a very tight fit. I had to use pliers to be able to clamp it together to get the bolt back through. So if you do order an exhaust like this, just be prepared for that. Other than that, everything else bolted up perfectly. I had zero issues getting everything set up. The build quality for the exhaust was great. As I said at the beginning of the video, and there's clips at the beginning, it's a 3-inch stainless exhaust, exactly the same measurements as a Tomei for a J-pipe back Tomei, which is a Tomei Z1 Extreme TI. Except for that's titanium. This is stainless. The welds were solid. Every single one of the welds is solid, and you can see that in the videos. As far as quality, it is great. Better than I expected. So, and I'm thinking maybe we try our luck with some more TEMU parts and see what happens. So, if you like the content, give me a follow on Instagram, just.drive1. Consider subscribing here on YouTube. It helps me out a lot. I'm not sponsored or anything like that, so maybe one day I'll get to that point where I am sponsored, and that's not really the point of these videos, but you know, consider subscribing. Follow me on Instagram. If you ever see me out and about, take pictures, take videos, send them to me. I always love when people do that. So I'll catch you on the next video. I'm out.